Welcome to No Language Easy classes. Today we are going to learn about identifiers, reserved words, data types in Java. First of all, identifiers. A name in Java program is called an identifier. Next topic is reserved words. In Java, some identifiers are reserved and which we cannot be redefined in a program. Next one is data types. Every variable has a type and defined before it is used. There are two types of data types. One is primitive data type, another one is composite data type. Primitive data type means numeric, character and boolean. Come, let's go to the video in detailed manner. First of all, identifiers. A name in Java program is called an identifier. It may be a class name, method name, variable name and label name. Example. Here I have written an example, class test. Every Java program starts with class. And it should be having one main method, that is public static void main, and then it should be having the class string and object as aux. Here I have defined int x is equal to 10, and then I have to close the method, and then finally I have to close the class. Here test is an identifier. So I have defined in the definition, it may be a identifier, may be a class name. So test is a class name. It is also an identifier. Main is a method name. Method name is also an identifier. String is a class name. It is also an identifier. And then finally aux. Aux is an object of the string. It is also an identifier. Here I have defined a variable x. X is also an identifier. So, in the definition, identifier is the name of a class name, method name, variable name and label name. We are having some rules to define the identifier, so that we have to follow the rules to define. First one is allowed characters are small letter A to Z and then caps A to Z, 0 to 9, underscore and then $. These two special symbols only allowed in Java. Example. Here I have defined a variable TOT, total hyphen and underscore num. So underscore is a special symbol which is allowed in Java. So it is a correct identifier. This one is a valid identifier. Second is toad ash. Only two special symbols are allowed in Java, that is underscore and $sign. Apart from this, there is no special symbols in Java. So this one is invalid identifier. This is the first rule. Second rule, identifiers are not allowed to start with digit. So, identifiers can have some digits, but it cannot start with the digit. That is, it should be start with an alphabet. Example, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So, it should be start with alphabet and it will be followed by some digit. So, this is a valid identifier. Can you say, is this valid or invalid? Yes, this is invalid identifier because it starts with digit. Third rule is case sensitive. That is, uppercase is different from lowercase. Example, int num. I have written num in lowercase. This is defined in one way. And then this is also valid identifier. I have written the same num but in capital letter. It is taken as a different variable. So this is also a valid. Next rule is there is no length limit for Java identifier. We can define any length of identifier. So it will be recommended we can stop up to 15. Next one is cannot use reserved words as an identifier. Example, int if is a reserved word. So it is not a valid, it is invalid identifier because we are using the reserved words as identifiers. So here I have given some examples. You have to say whether it is valid or invalid. First one is underscore dollar underscore. It is valid? Yes, it is valid. Next one is CA dollar H. It is not a cash. CA dollar H. It is valid? No, it is valid only. It is not a invalid. It is valid. Allowed symbols only we are used. And then next one is all H. So all alphabets we have used correctly, but special symbol is wrong. What about this one? Is valid or invalid? Yes, this is invalid. Then next, INT. What about INT? INT is a reserved words. So it is invalid. Next one is INT, but I have specified I as in caps. So it is take it as a different. So it is valid. Yes, you are all right. That's all about identifier. Next one is reserved words. In Java, some identifiers are reserved and associate some functions or meanings. So we cannot redefine that identifiers in our program. There are two types of reserved words. One is keywords, another one is reserved literals. We are having 50 keywords. Later we will see in a detailed manner about keywords. Now we will see reserved literals. Reserved literal, there are three reserved literals only. One is true, that we are used in a boolean. Next one is false, another one is null. Null is used to reference a null object reference. That's all about reserved words. Next one is data types. So it's very important. Every variable has a type and it should be defined before it is used in the program. So the data which is used in a program has to be defined before and it should be checked by the compiler. So in the compile time itself, it will gives whether the data type is correctly used or not. If you are not used the data type correctly, it will give the compiler error. If there is any error in data type, that will be given in the compile time itself. That is called the compiler error. Any syntax error, that is a data type we are not defined correctly, that is also defined in the compile error. Java is a strongly typed programming language, so there is it should be defined correctly. There is no rejoins. There are two types of data types. One is primitive data type, another one is composite data types. First one is primitive data type. So earlier we have seen primitive data types are numeric data types, that is, it is used to represent numbers. And then next one is character data types, that is used to represent characters. Next one is Boolean data types used to represent logical values either true or false. First one is numeric data types. Numeric data type is again divided into two. First one is integral data types to represent whole numbers, and then floating data types to represent real numbers. In integral data type, there are four types of data: byte, short, int, and long. In floating data type, there are two types of data types: float and double. Let's say in a detailed manner. First one is integral data types. Integral data types. First one is byte. So size of a byte is 1 byte. Maximum value it has stored is plus 127. Minimum value is 1 minus 128. Range is from minus 128 to 127. If you not define the byte data type, means it will declare as it will take the default value as 0. Example, byte B1. So byte is a data type. B1 is a identifier, that is variable name, is equal to 10. B1 is equal to defined as a 10 as a byte data type. And then in the second example I have defined byte B2 is equal to 130. See, the lowest value is minus 128 and maximum value is plus 127. Can you say whether both are valid or invalid? First one, if you are compiled, means it gives no error. Second one, if you are compiled, means it will show the error. Possible loss of precision found in required byte, because it stored 130. The maximum value is plus 127. So it is not in the range. Our next data type is short. Short is the most rarely used data types. Size of the data type is 2 bytes. Maximum value is plus 32767. Minimum value is minus 32768. So the range from minus 32768 to plus 32767. If you are defining the short data type, it will define as a 0 as a default value. Example, short S1 is equal to 130. Short is a data type, S1 is a variable name, and then 130 is defined for S1. And then second example, short S2 is equal to 32768. So can you say whether there is any error in two examples? First one is compiled and there is no error. Second one is compiled and there is an error, possible loss of precision found in required short, because it is the boundary value is maximum value is plus 32767, but I have defined here plus 32768. So it will show the compile error. Next data type is int. Most commonly used data type is integer data type. Size of the data type is 4 bytes and then maximum value is 2747483647 and minimum value is minus 2147483628, and this is the range. And then if you are not define the integer data type, means the default value 0 will be stored. For example, int I1 is equal to 13,000, no error, and then int I2 is equal to 10.5. Is there any error? Yes, there is an error, because integer data type are used to store the whole numbers. Here I have defined the real numbers, so it will show possible loss of precision found float required int. So there will be some loss. So it will display only the whole numbers, not the floating part. Next one is long data type. So used to hold a large values more than int. Size of if we are having size more than 4 bytes means we will better to use the long data types to avoid errors. So size of the data type is 8 bytes and then maximum value is 2 power 63 minus 1, minimum value is minus 2 power 63. Range is between this and then default value is 0. If you are not defined the long data type means defaultly it will store 0. For example, long L1 is equal to 1300000090. So this is an example for the long value. So up to this integral data types is over. Next one is floating data types. Floating point data types are used to represent the real numbers. There are two types of data types in floating point. One is float, used to represent real numbers, maximum 5 to 6 decimal places. If the decimal places is 5 to 6, then it is advised to represent float. Size of the floating point data type is 4 bytes. Ranges between minus 3.4E38 to 3.4E38. So float follows single precision. If you are not defined the value means it will take it as a default value 0.0. For example, float is a data type, f1 is a variable name is equal to 4.5, we have to end with f. So because it follows single precisions. If you are not represent f means it will take it as a double precision and it gives an error. So that it is advised to put f in the last. And the next one is double. Used to represent real numbers, maximum 14 to 15 decimal places. Size of the data type is 8 bytes. Range is from minus 1.7 E308 to 1.7 E308. It follows double precision value and then default value is 0.0. For example, double D1 is equal to 136324.5. So here no need to put D. Defaultly it is taken as a double precision. In the case of float only we have to put the single precision variable f. So that's all about floating point data types. Next one is char data type. Char data types is used to represent alphabets characters. The size of the data type is 2 bytes. Ranges from 0 to 65535. Java is used to represent the Unicode character. So that the range is 0 to 65535. C and C++ represent only 256 characters. 0 to 255. So default value is blank space. For example, first one char C1 is equal to 97. So what it prints? It doesn't print 97. It just change the 97 into the ASCII code. So 97 ASCII code for 97 is A. So it prints the letter small letter A. Next one is char C2 is 65536. It is not in the 6 is not beyond the is beyond the range. So that it will shows the error. Compile time error, possible loss of precision. So we have to take care while defining the variables. We have to note whether it will be in the range or not. Otherwise it will give the compile time error, possible loss of precision. Next one is last one is Boolean data type. Boolean data type is used to represent two values, true or false. There is no size, not applicable. And then range, there is no range, it is also not applicable, but it should be defined that it allows true or false value. Default value for Boolean data type is false. For example, Boolean B1 is equal to true. If you are not defined, B1 means it is taken as a false. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you have understand the video. If there is any comments means suggestions, you can post in the comment box. Thank you one and all.